Oh, it looks like we went to sleep and woke up in hell. I'm dreaming. It must be because my blood is hot and my body is pulsing. I'm reliving the scene I don't need to remember. It's my oldest memory. At the same time, it is a memory that can't be separated from me. A scene from 10 years ago that never goes away, even though I usually never recall it. It's not that I forgot it. It's not that I want to forget it. For me, it's just something that has already happened. So it's not something I feel pain over. It's not something I feel particularly angry about. What's past is past. I cannot redo it nor go back to it. I have escaped from that scene and still continue to live. All that I can do is look forward. No one told me to. I just vaguely thought like this ever since I was a child. Not forgetting to or denying the past. The only way to make use of what has gone away is to acknowledge it. I don't really think I have to read that part. I wake up because of the burning heat in my body. How long was I asleep? I guess I fell asleep while feeling the night wind without returning to my room. In the dim shed, there's me and Saber.
目が覚めましたか、シロ。部屋を抜け出すのは構いませんが、ここで眠るのはだらしがないのではありませんか。
You have awakened, Shiro. I do not mind you escaping out of your room, but it is slovenly for you to sleep here. There is Saber's figure looking like she wants to complain to me.
おはよう。いや、ゆうべは体が熱くて、外に出ていたらつい眠くなっちまったんだ。
Oh, morning. Well, I was hot last night and went outside, so I guess I fell asleep then.
見ればわかります。説明はいいですから、次からは気をつけてください。マスターにこのような場所で休息を取られては、私の立場がありませんから。
I can tell. Please do not worry about excuses, but take more care next time. My position will be in question if my master sleeps in a place like this.
すまん。今後はできるだけ部屋で休む。
Sorry. I'll try to sleep in my room as much as possible from now on.
分かっていただければ助かりま
If
す。
you understand, I am glad.
ところでシロ、先ほどからタイガが呼んでい
By
る
the
の
way,
ですが。
Shiro, Taiga has been calling for you.
藤姉が呼んでるって。
Fujine is? What would she want me for? Probably for cooking.
朝食の問題ではないでしょうか。
Because she probably can't do
朝
it
食の時
herself.
間はとうに過ぎていますから。
It must be about breakfast. It is already past time for breakfast.
うわ、もう7時過ぎてるのか。やばい、寝過ごした。
Whoa, it's already past 7. Damn, I overslept.
そうですね。シローが最後に起きるのは珍しい。よほど昨夜のリンとの鍛錬が答えたので
It
しょう。
seems so. It is unusual for you to wake up last. Rin's training last night must have tired you quite a lot. Even though you screwed up all of it. Saber analyzes the situation calmly. But I don't have that much composure.
起こしに来てくれて悪いが、先に戻っていてくれ。俺もすぐに着替えて台所に行くから。
Sorry for making you wake up, but could you go back first? I'll change and head up to the kitchen too. Or head to the kitchen.
はい。それでは、できる限りタイガをなだめているとしま
Yes,
しょう。
then I shall try to calm Taiga down as much as possible. Saber leaves with calm footsteps. But calm down Fujine? Saber has already adapted quite well to the mornings at our house. I don't think it was possible to calm her down at all. I run into the kitchen. Ignoring Fujine's vilification, I prepare breakfast in about 5 minutes.
お待たせ。学校の門限まで時間がないからな。手早く食べちゃってくれ。
Sorry to keep you waiting. There isn't much time till school starts, so eat quickly. I made you guys some Cheerios. I put the breakfast onto the table.
No!
What? And then...
なんじゃこりゃ!
What is this? I knew this would happen. Fujine explodes.
なにこれ! 焼いたトーストだけじゃ
Oh,
な
well,
い!
it's actually worse.
シロ、なんで今日の朝ごはんこれだけなのよ!
What is this? There's only toast, Shiro. Why is this the only thing for breakfast?
あのな、仕方ないだろう、寝坊したんだから。 他のものを作ってる余裕なんてないし、だいたいパン食なんてこんなもんじゃないか。単にサラダと卵焼きがない。
I know I make this joke a lot, but this visual novel should really just be renamed Fate's Day Kitchen for how many fucking kitchen scenes there are. Scenes about food. Hey now, I slept in, so it can't be helped. There's no time to make anything else. Anyways, a meal with bread is basically just this. We're just missing salad and eggs, so there's not much difference. Except for the fact that it's just toast. Of course there's a difference! Don't the rest of you think so too? Fujine asks Tosaka and Saber, who are eating silently. But they're not complaining, Fujine. But she shouldn't be so optimistic. Those two aren't as greedy as Fujine. They won't agree with her. I'm actually surprised Tosaka's not agreeing with her. You're right. I'm not Fujimura-sensei, but I cannot forgive such laziness. I can only consider this an insult to the bread. Hey, hold on. I thought you don't usually eat breakfast. Whoa, what was that sigh that sounded like obvious disappointment? Did your character change, Saber? It changes whenever food's involved. See? Everyone agrees. Everyone agrees you're always the one at fault. It's decided by majority rule, so go and make a proper breakfast when you've repented your actions. How dare you make toast? It's unforgivable, Shiro. I can't follow such an unfair match. First of all, you'll be late if I make something now. It's already 7:30. You won't make it in time unless you run while eating. So I suggest you give up on that idea. It's fine. I have to choose between being late and being hungry. I'll choose, or if I have to choose between being late and being hungry, I'll choose breakfast. She's a pretty bad teacher. She puts food before the education of her students. She's horrible. Don't do that. What teacher in the world would do that? It's fine, so eat and go to school quickly. I'll tell you this, but I won't be cooking any breakfast other than this. Should've just made her some damn Cheerios or something. Why don't you have any cereal in your house? Geez, you're diligent in the weirdest places. If you keep talking like an old man, you'll become really old quickly. And you act like you're 5. You don't need to tell me. I already have the taste of an old man because of you, Fujine. So saying, I start eating my toast. Well, it's true. There is something desolate about having only toast for breakfast when there's this many people. The sounds of the shinais echo. The substance of the fight is the same as always. I attack desperately while Saber blocks my blows easily and counters with an attack twice as sharp as mine. I manage to block it, attack even stronger, and lose. We are repeating the same match over and over. I stand still and breathe deeply. Wiping the sweat off my forehead with my arm, I calm my breathing. What are you resting for? You would not have given up at this point yesterday. Here, come attack me. No, hold on. I need to catch my breath. Let's rest a bit. It's probably because you just had toast for breakfast. What are you saying? If you will not attack, I will just attack. You do not mind that? Saber stares at her bad student. But I cannot move my body to my satisfaction, even if she looks at me that way. What has gotten into you, Shiro? You were like a different person from yesterday. Your blows that come straight for me were the only thing that amazed me, but I do not feel any power from you this morning. I know that myself, but I just can't do too well. Well, the situation is too different from yesterday.
体の熱がまだ取れないのですか？ですが、そんな理由で体のキレが落ちるようでは話になり
Is
ま
the
せ
heat
ん。
in your body still present?
少し
But
頭
it
を
is
冷や
no
して
good if your
気
performance
持ちを入れ
decreases
替えて
just
くだ
because
さ
of
い。
that. Please cool down a bit and calm your mind.
そうするんだったらまずあれをなんと
No,
かしてくれ。
before that, do something about that thing. I point to the observer by the wall.
何？私に構わなくていいから訓練を
I'm not
続けていいのよ。
surprised. What? Don't mind me and just continue your training. Ellipsis. Tosaka doesn't understand it at all. When she's staring at me like that, I can't concentrate on fighting with Saber.
リンが気になるのですか？それこそ修行不足ですね。
You are worried about Rin? That proves even more of your lack of training.
いいでしょう。それでしたら見学者のことなど気にならないようにして差し上げます。
I understand. In that case, I will make it so that you will not worry about observers. Saber grips her shinai hard.
待てセイバー、こっちはまだいい。
Whoa, hold on, Saber. My breath isn't.
問題はありません。そのようなものは戦いの
There's
最
no
中に整えるも
problem.
の
You
で
should
す。
fix such a problem during battle. Saber disappears from my view. The instant I realize this is bad and block my face, Saber's shinai hits me right on my head. And so, the training this morning was severe. I wasn't worried about Tosaka watching after I got knocked out once. As I devoted myself to blocking Saber's blows, it was lunchtime before I knew it.
けどあれよね。セイバーって本当に冷静よ
But
ね。
man, Saber really is calm.
3時間も素人試合してて眉一つ動かさないんだから。普段も無口だけど戦闘時はさらに磨きがかかるっていうか。何？もう無機質みたいな感じ？
You didn't even twitch your brow during the whole 3 hours you fought with Shiro. You don't talk much normally, but it's even more true when you are in a battle. It feels like you're a machine or something. Tosaka's in a good mood, I think because she saw me getting beat around a lot. The two are in the living room, resting. As for me, I'm preparing lunch by myself as punishment for not being serious this morning. Jeez. I want to cut corners and finish quickly by making something like white noodles.
無機質ですか。そうですね。そう意識したことはありませんが、剣を握っているときは感情を止めているのかもしれません。
Machine-like? I see.
それは試合といえども変わりはないので
I've
しょう。
never been conscious of it, but I may be turning off my emotions while I wield the sword. It must be the same even in training.
何？それって女の身で剣を持つための心構えってやつ？体格で劣っているから心だけは負けないようにって。
Could that be in preparation for holding a sword even though you're a girl? Like not losing in spirit because you're inferior in physique?
それは違います、リン。冷静であるのは戦う時の心構えですが、それは男も女も変わりのないことでしょう。
That is incorrect, Rin. Being calm is part of readiness for battle. But that should be no different for a man or a woman.
リンとて戦闘時には情を捨てるはずです。あなたはそれができる人ですから。
Even you should shut down your emotions during battle. You are the kind who is able to.
言ってくれるじゃない。まあ、そりゃ事実だけどさ。
You're pretty direct. Well, it's true though.
けど、セイバーのは私とは違うわよ、絶対。私は捨ててるのは甘さだけだもの。
But yours is definitely different from mine. I only shut out my generosity. I can't be as objective as you are.
そのようですね。だからあなたは華やかなのでしょう。
It seems so. That must be why you are so gorgeous.
戦いの中でも女性のしなやかさを保って
You
い
keep
ら
the
れる。
elegance of a woman even during battle.
何よ、嫌味？華やかさで言ったらあなたにはかなわないわ。白が
We really are arguing about this.
私、初めてあなたを見た瞬間にすっごい美人だなって見とれたんだから。
What, is that sarcasm? I can't beat you in gorgeousness. I'll admit it since Shiro is way over there, but I was fascinated by your beauty when I first saw you. No, I can hear you, Tosaka.
それはリンの思い違いでしょう。好みが華やかに見えたのなら、それは私ではなく、 セイバーというクラスが華やかなだけではないでしょうか。
You must have been misunderstanding. If my figure looked gorgeous, it must be that my class of Saber looked gorgeous.
そんなんじゃないってば。純粋にね、同じ女として負けたって思ったんだもの。そうでもなければ、あそこまでショックは受けなかったわよ。
That's not it. I just felt like I've lost as a woman. I wouldn't have been so shocked otherwise.
ですからそれが間違いです。私は一度も自身を女性だと思ったことはないし、一度も女性として扱われたことはありません。
I'm saying that you were mistaken. I've never thought of myself as a woman, and I have never been treated as one.
その私が華やかであるはずがな
It
い。
cannot be true that I'm gorgeous. Saber's comment stops the conversation. As I use the kitchen knife, I feel irritated by Saber's comment.
前から思ってたけど、自分のことを何だと思ってんだろうな。
I've been wondering for a while, but just what does she think she is? I take a big swing at the chicken meat. For some reason, I'm getting annoyed. Pound that chicken!
私は自分を女性だと思ったことはありません。
I've never thought of myself as a woman.
まあ、俺には関係のない話だけど。
It's none of my business. I strike hard at the cutting board with my knife, but doing so doesn't make me feel even one bit better. Just gotta tenderize that chicken some more.
今日の課題はそれね。
These are today's tasks. Or tasks.
昨日より数は増
I
やした
think
し、
they meant to say
そっちの
tasks.
体も落ち着いて
Whatever.
るみたいだから、今度こそ成功するでしょ。
We've got more than yesterday, and you seem calmer today, so you should succeed. I don't know how she brought them here, but Tosuka brings out about 40 lamps. Oh, more lamps that we're gonna break.
私はちょっと外に出てるわ。しばらく経ったら戻ってくるから、それまでに終わらせておきなさい。
I'm going outside. I'll be back in a while, so finish up by then. Saying goodbye, Tosuka leaves the room. Well, yesterday night was bad, so I should at least succeed at 1 or 2 tonight. Probably not. Because we are that incompetent.
とりあえず半分済んだか。
Phew, half done for now. It took me 1 hour to try strengthening on about 20 lamps. Half of them broke, and the other half showed no change. But out of the ones that didn't break, 5 of them had magical energy successfully channeled into them. All I have to do now is to challenge the 20 that are left, but...
待てよ。5つもあればテストとしては十
Hold
分なんじ
on,
ゃない
maybe 5 is enough as a test? It seems all the lamps are antiques. I feel bad about breaking any more of them. Yeah, I should... Why is this a choice? Go and get Tosuka or wait quietly? Alright, let's go and save here. Well, I'm pretty sure if we waited here, we'd probably break some more. Or, maybe we should just go and get Tosuka. Let's do that. Let's go and get Tosuka. I shouldn't break any more lamps. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think that's much of an excuse for someone that already broke 40 lamps.
Oi, Tosaka.
Hey, Tosuka. There's no reply even when I call out. That's weird. Maybe she's not in the house. The only other place Tosuka could be is... There's someone in the shed. It seems Saber and Tosuka are inside talking.
Oi, Tosa.
Hey, Tosuka. As I raise my hand to call out to her, I feel a chill run through me. I think it was a wave of Tosuka's magical energy filled with enmity that came flowing out from the shed. The voice that was calling out to her stops. It seems Tosuka is so irritated that I can feel it from way over here. Their conversation can be heard. Without realizing it, I'm eavesdropping on them.
何者よ、あいつ。
Just who is he? Tosuka murmurs in a tone that could be angry or horrifying. Saber is standing silently behind her.
信じられない。セイバ
I
ー
can't believe it.
あなたそのこ
Saber,
とに
you
気が
knew
つい
about
てた
this?
いいえ、私には分からなかった。私は騎士であって 魔術師では
Oh
ない。
god, he's a monster!
ここには違和感があっただけで、リンほど状況を把握しているわけではありません。
No, I did not know. I'm a knight, not a magus. There was only an odd feeling here, so I do not understand the situation as well as you do.
そうなら教えてあげる。
I see. Then I'll tell you, he's not a
魔術
magus
師
at
なんか
all.
じゃないわ。
In a voice filled even with hatred, Tosuka spits those words out.
リン、それはどういう意味でしょうか。
Rin, what does that mean?
言葉通りの意味よ。
Just like it sounds.
魔術っていうのはね、結局は等価交換なの。
Equivalent exchange. Are we in Full Metal Alchemist now?
よそにあるものをここに持ってきて使っているだけ。
Magic is an equivalent exchange after all. No matter what kind of magic it is, it can only bring what's elsewhere here to use it.
けどこれは違う。あいつはどこにもないものをここに持ってきてしまっている。ここにはあってはならないものを形にしている。
But this is different. He's bringing something that comes from nowhere. He's forming something that should not exist here.
それは現実を侵食する想念。
That can only be a concept that violates reality. His magic is probably a deteriorated version of that one magic. I don't understand what Tosuka is talking about. But this is something that I should not be listening to. I get away from the shed. I'll be lying to Tosuka, but I should return to the room and pretend I was waiting for her return. See, that was actually a good decision. I thought that would be bad, but turned out to be kind of in our favor. It's 2 o'clock. There's no sign of Tosuka returning, and I diligently finished the task assigned to me.
あれ、電話だ。
Oh, phone call? The phone is ringing far away.
今か。遠坂は、って、うちの電話なんだから。
It's the living room. Tosuka is... Wait. It's call at my place, so she shouldn't answer it. I don't think it's important, but I can't just ignore it. I get up and head to the living room to pick up the phone. There's no one in the living room. Saber and Tosuka must be somewhere else, like in the yard.
はい、エミヤですが。
Yes, this is Emiya. Moshi Moshi. Hey, Emiya. It seems you're absent again today. Are you sick or something? As soon as I pick up, I hear Shinji's voice mixed with hidden laughter.
シンジか。なんか用か。
Shinji, do you want something? I don't think there's anything to talk about.
なんだよ、釣れないな。こっちはエミヤに一つ教えてやろうと。
Don't be angry. I just called to tell you something.
俺に教える？
Tell me something.
ああ、どうしても話しておきたいことがあ
Yeah,
ったんだけど。
there's something I needed to tell you, but you never came to school.
これ以上長引くのもなんだし、もう我慢できないから連絡を入れたんだ。
I don't want to wait any longer, and I can't stand it, so I contacted you. So, is Tosuka there? Shinji's tone is strange. I can't tell much from just his voice, but he sounds like he's really excited or pressured. I can hear students in the background, so he must still be at school. It's past 2. It must be break time right after the 5th period.
おい、聞いてるんだよ、エミヤ。遠坂はそこにいるの？
Hey,
いないの？
I'm asking you, Emiya, is Tosuka there or not?
今はいない。少し席を外している。
She's not here right now. She's gone at the moment.
そうか、ちょうどいい。二人だけで話がしたかったんだ。いいこと教えてやるからさ。
Oh,
今から
that's
学校に来い
great.
よ、エミヤ。もちろん。
I wanted to talk just between us. I'll tell you something good, so come to school now. Keep it a secret from Tosuka, of course. I don't know how to answer. Shinji is acting strange, and anyway, we're already talking. There's no need to go to school, and going there without telling Tosuka would mean betraying her.
いや、悪いが学校には行けない。用があるなら来週まで待てよ。休み明けには登校するから。
No, I'm sorry, but I can't go to school. If you have some business with me, wait until next week. I'll go back to school after the weekend.
はあ？何勝手なこと言ってんだよ。
Huh? What are you being so selfish for?
それじゃ遅いんだよ。我慢できないって言ったじゃないか。
That's too late. I just told you I can't wait any longer. Shinji screams at me. He must be excited as I can hear his heavy breathing even over the phone.
少しは考えてるじゃないか。 そうだよね。さすがに今更一人でやってくるわけがないか。どう見ても怪しいもんな。
I guess you're thinking a
やばいっ
bit.
て感じたわけだ。
You're right, there's no way you'd come by yourself now. This call sounds too strange no matter how you take it. I guess even you found it strange. Completely changing, he laughs.
ちょっと待て。落ち着け。お前変だぞ、シンジ。
Hold on.
何があったか
Calm
知らな
down,
い
you're acting weird, but I don't know what happened, but
嘘をつくなよ、エミヤ。遠坂のことだ。お前に全部話したんだろ。いいよ、隠さなくて。そうだよね。エミヤはセイバーのマスターだもの。僕よりずっと一発な人殺しってわけだ。
Don't lie, Emiya. It's Tosaka. She would have told you everything. You don't have to hide it. You're right. You're Saber's master. That means you're a better murderer than I am. Shinji sounds cheerful. I've known him for 5 years now, but I've never seen him this high.
シンジ、お前。
Shinji, what have you been smoking? Shinji, you...
いいから、学校で待ってるよ。急げよ、エミヤ。今からなら6次元目には間に合う。ちょうど藤村の授業だし、遅刻しても問題ないだろう。
Anyways, I'll be waiting at school. Hurry up, Emiya. You should make it in time for the 6th period if you leave now. It's Fujimura's class, so there won't be a problem if you're late.
いや、いくら藤根でも遅刻したら怒るぞ。それに、6次元目だけ出るなんて、欠席するより文句を言われそうだな。
No, even Fujine would get mad if I was late. And if I go there only for the 6th period, I get the feeling I'd be scolded more than if I skipped the whole day.
そんなのは自業自得じゃないか。ああ、それと、遠坂にばらしたら、本当に絶交するからな。今まで桜のことは目をつむってやったんだ。最後ぐらいは。
Shiro, this is an obvious trap. How do you not realize this? He's just like, he's thinking that Shinji is just like talking normally with him, even after everything he said. He's like, oh well, I don't know, if I show up late, you know, I don't think Fujine would care. Like, Jesus Christ, that's your own fault. Oh, and if you tell Tosaka, I'll really end our friendship. I'll let you go about Sakura until now. I let you go about Sakura until now. You can at least fulfill your duty as a friend in the end, right? The conversation ends there. The phone is repeating a boring beeping sound.
なんだ、あいつ。
What's with him? But what should I do? I haven't been able to find Tosaka in the house, and if I'm going to school, I can't take Saber. Probably be better if you did, because it's obvious he's luring you into a trap. Still, I'm worried what Shinji will do if I refuse his invitation. He seems distraught after being refused by Tosaka last night, and he must have hit Sakura again if I leave him, and he might hit Sakura again if I leave him be.
そうだな。まだ明るいし、問題ないだろ。
Right, it's still light out, so there should be no problems. Nope, none at all. If that's decided, I should hurry. I'll make it for 6th period if I run. There's no one at the school gates. As it's class time, it looks from outside like the school is empty. There must not be any PE classes at the moment, as nobody is out in the yard either. Well, this will all change in a little while. School's over once 6th period ends. The schoolyard and the gate should be filled with students. I reach the 3rd floor. Of course, the hallway is empty as well. Class is in session, and it feels a bit awkward walking to Class C like this. Well, it's not like I'm completely visible, so let's hurry to the classroom. Class C is down the hallway. The class by the stairs is Class H, so I'll have to walk past 5 classes to get there. The dizziness hits me suddenly. It attacks my whole body with nausea. Well, that's not good. Oh. It's like we're drunk. My stomach crawls around. My senses are reversed. My vision is filled with crimson. As if blood is seeped into my eyes, everything in my vision tints red. The temperature hasn't changed, but my body is strangely hot. What is this? My feet tremble. I can't put any power into my body. I'm weakening like an hourglass, unable to stop it. It's as if my breathing out of my inside it's as if I'm breathing out my insides with every breath. I'm suffocating. My throat hurts. Could it be that the oxygen has disappeared from the hallway? No, from the whole school? As if urged by my gasping lungs, I lean against the wall and open the window unconsciously. What? My mind freezes. The scale of the situation erases even my confusion. Outside the window, around the schoolyard is a field of red. It's as if only this school is cut out, surrounded by a red world. The school building is an altar covered by a red canopy. And with that, finally, I understand this is that kind of a thing. Well, that's descriptive. I move away from the window. Holding my wobbling legs with my will, I enter the classroom in front of me. Inside is the result. There are no students sitting in their chairs. All the students are on the floor, and the teacher that was probably standing on the platform is lying on the ground as well. They are still breathing. Everyone is convulsing as if asking for help. There are no fatalities yet. It's just that they don't have the power to stand up, and they'll soon rot away. Seeing their miserable condition on the floor, I even think that they look like scattered garbage. My nausea gets stronger, but I deal with it calmly. I observe the students on the floor. Even though it's hard to breathe, it doesn't mean that they can't breathe. If they're only weakened, I can still save them if I hurry. And the instant I check the face of the student nearby, a sound goes click inside my head. The skin. It's melting. Not everyone, though. There must be individual differences, as most of the weakened students are starting to have their skin melt away. Oozing. Inflamed arms like a colloid. And the eyes that look like that of a dead fish. I know this. I know a scene like this. Stop. This is just hell. I know it from a long time ago. So stop. And so, eclipsing fear, anger overtakes my body. My left arm throbs. The command spell in my hand tells me an enemy is nearby. I run, still breathing hard. My mind has already gone insane. Hey, Emiya! Thank God you look better than I thought. How is it? Do you like this idea? Across the hallway, Mato Shinji is standing right in front of Class C. My arm throbs. The command spell tells me that the man standing there is the cause of this. This is your doing, Shinji? Unable to breathe properly, I stand there and glare at Shinji's distant figure. He must really like how I'm acting. Shinji spreads his arms exaggeratedly and laughs aloud in the red hallway. That's right, I knew you were here, so I quickly activated the boundary field. I had trouble getting the right timing, you know. You'd have run away if I did it too early, and we'd have met up if I did it too late. As for me, I wanted to see you go pale, so I didn't want to make it this too simple. I see. So you were lying about having something to talk about. Well, no shit. Shinji, Shiro, you really are a fucking idiot. Talk? That starts now. I have to show Tosuka which one of us is superior, and I also have to apologize for lying to you. See, I didn't tell you, but I'm the one that set up the boundary field at school. Shinji laughs cheerfully. That makes me realize from the bottom of my heart that he really is kind of an asshole.
あれ思ったより驚かないな。なんだこの結界は僕じゃないって言ったのにエミヤは信じてくれなかったんだ。
Huh? You're not as surprised as I thought you'd be.
お前でも人を信じないなんてことがあったわけだ。
What? I told you the boundary field wasn't mine, but I guess you didn't believe me. That's great. That means for once even you didn't believe someone. His laugh drills into my skull. I'll make this clear, but I'm surprised enough. I was only prepared for the discovery that the master who constructed the boundary field was either Shinji or this other master. That's all. This is the result of the optimistic view. Back then, as soon as I figured out Shinji was a master, I should have settled this matter. So this is my mistake.
シンジ、なんでこんなものを仕掛けた？戦う気がないって言ったのも嘘だったのか？
Shinji, why did you set up something like this? Were you lying when you said you had no intention of fighting? Oh, yeah?
いや、それは本当なんじゃない？僕だってこんなものを発動させる気はなかったんだ。これはあくまで交渉材料だったんだよ。
Nope, it's true, isn't it? I didn't intend to activate it either. This was only for negotiation.
爆弾を仕掛けておけば、遠さからっておいそれと僕を襲わなくなるし、万が一の切り札にもなる。
If I set a bomb, Tosuka won't attack me so readily, and it can be my trump card in case something happens.
だが、結界の発動にはまだ数日必要だと遠坂は。
I see. But Tosuka said the boundary field needed a few more days' preparation. Was her estimate wrong?
遠さからしい意見だ。けどさ、結界は完成していないだけで、形はとっくにできているんだぜ。
I knew she'd think like that. The boundary field is not complete, but its shape is already there, you know. There's no problem just activating it.
ま、おかげで効果は薄いけどね。この分じゃ一人殺すのに。
Well, the effect is lower because of that. It should take at least a few more minutes to kill anyone.
止めろ。
Stop. The nausea has already gone away. I say so, staring directly at Shinji.
止めろ？何をだい？まさかこの結界を止めろだなんて言ってるんじゃないだろうな。一度起こしたものを止めるなんて、そんなもったいないことできないな。
Stop. Stop what? Don't tell me you're telling me to stop this boundary field. That'll be such a waste. I can't just stop something I've already started.
止めろ。お前、自分が何をしているか分かってるのか？
Stop. Do you know what you're doing? You're melting people!
お前、何僕に命令してるわけ？
You're annoying me. Are you ordering me around?
大体さ、これは僕の力じゃないか。止めるかどうかを決められるのは僕だけだし、止めて欲しかったら土下座くらいするのが筋ってもんじゃないの？
This is my power. The only one who can decide whether or not to stop it is me.
自分の立場
And if you want it stopped, isn't it logical to at least kneel and beg to me? Jeez, you and Fujimura, you guys don't know your positions.
藤根がどうしたって？
What about Fujine?
ああ、藤村ね。この結界ができてからさ、あいつ結構動けたんだよ。他の連中がバタバタ倒れてるっていうのに、一人でヨロヨロしてるんだぜ。
Huh? Oh, Fujimura? She can move pretty well after I activated this boundary field. Everyone else was falling to the ground, but she was still wobbling, you know.
でさ、倒れずにいた僕のところまでやってきて、救急車を呼んでとか言ってきたんだ。すごいよね。教育者の鏡。
And she came to me, still upright, and told me to call for an ambulance. It's amazing, wouldn't you say she's a model teacher?
けど、そんなもの呼ぶわけにはいかないし、呼ぶ気もないじゃない？
But I shouldn't call for something like that. And I don't even want to. That Fujimura kept clinging to me and it got annoying. So I kicked her and she ended up not moving at all. In that state, I think she'll die first. I've switched over completely. Tosaka said something about pushing a switch in my head, but it's not like that. Clang. A hammer strikes in my head and the inside of my body completely changes.
最後だ。結界を止めろ、シンジ。
This is your last warning. Stop the boundary field, Shinji.
わからないやつだね。お前に頼まれれば頼まれるほど止めたくなんてなくなる。そんなに気に食わないんなら力ずくでやってみろよ、エミヤ。
You don't get it, do you? The more you ask me, the less I feel like stopping the boundary field. If you dislike it so much, why don't you stop me by force?
そうか。
I see. Then it's simple.
話は簡単だ。
So basically, I need to stop him before I can stop the boundary field. My body leaps. My body is burning like a fire. There's less than 20 meters between me and Shinji. For me right now, that will only take an instant. My body is full of energy vastly higher than when I have a magic circuit inserted in me.
本当にバカだね、お前。
Ha! You really are stupid. The shadow wiggles. The shadow settled in the corner of the hallway starts to take form and move. A sharp edge made of black, like a guillotine to cut anything that approaches Shinji. I don't know what kind of magic it is. There are 3 shadows. With that number... Oh no. This isn't gonna end well. I'm probably gonna choose a choice that'll get us fucking sliced in half or something. There's no need to stop. I can't block it myself. I think that not stopping might be bad, but I also think that I don't know. I think that if we stopped, we'd get killed too. I think either way, things might end up badly for us. I don't know. I don't know what kind of magic it is. There are 3 shadows with that number. There's no need to stop. I can't. Can't block it myself. Let's go ahead and go with option 2. It's better to be safe than sorry. Let's try that. I hope it works. I can't block them myself. No, I can manage to avoid them. But if I'm to dodge and attack Shinji, I don't know if my body will move well enough to do so. The 3 sharp edges approach me. I stop in my tracks and concentrate on avoiding the attack while watching Shinji. Taking a step to the left, I dodge the edge that jumps to stab my stomach. I turn my upper body to avoid the second one that tries to assault my chest from the left side, and avoid the third attack that reaches for my forehead by taking a step forward.
問題ない。ちゃんと見えてる。
No problem, I can see them clearly. Such attacks are like dodgeball compared to Saber's attacks.
この生意気なんだよ。
Damn, you're insolent! He fires 3 shadows once again. I don't even need to keep watch this time. I know its range and speed from now from the first attack. I can avoid them with no trouble. I pass through the opening between the 3 shadows. There's nothing dangerous about them. I feel no threat in the shadows. Saber has taught me that if it doesn't make me sense death. Saber taught me that if it doesn't make me sense death, I should not hesitate. Shinji! I close in on him. There's no shadows to protect him. A few more steps. If I close 3 more meters, I can... Stop! Don't come near me! Shinji runs away. The instant I reach out to his back, I feel a chill run through my whole body and I quickly withdraw my extended arm. Something cuts through the air. A sharp black edge cuts through the space I was in a moment ago. I stop. I don't know where it came from, but in front of me is a woman in black who makes even the red seem faint. My mind stops in fear. I'll be killed. I don't want to think about it, but an image of my head being ripped off pops into my head. This is a sense of death that the previous shadows cannot even compare to. Good, Ryder. Don't restrain yourself. You can do what you like with him. Ryder's figure becomes vague. Oh no. Well, we're gonna fight Ryder now, I guess. We're gonna try to. Okay, well, never mind. We're not gonna fight her. That's a stupid idea. We can actually... Fighting her is an option, but I don't think that would be a good idea. Let's go with the second one. We can't match her. Obviously, we cannot fight Ryder. We should go ahead and get Saber to come and help us. That would be the smart thing to do. I retreat instantly. Now is not a good time. I have to regroup and make Shinji stop the boundary field after that. Yeah! I desperately retreat, not knowing what's going on. My vision turns white from fear. I don't even know what I'm scared of. But I raise my hand, still not knowing what's going on, and block my neck. Zip. A sharp object is thrust into my arm. The dull sound that scrapes my bone tells me I'll be killed next. I run. I don't even have time to turn my back. I cover only my vitals with my hands and retreat desperately. The sound of cutting echoes through the hallway. With an annoying sound, the sharp object cuts my body apart. My vision is blocked by the spray of blood coming out of my body. Beyond it is Ryder coming at me at a speed I can't even see. Yeah, we're gonna die here, aren't we? Every time I get cut, a voice that doesn't seem like my own escapes my mouth. But I still continue desperately to retreat, saving my life from numerous fatal blows. I don't know what I'm doing. My arm is blocking Ryder's dagger. My clothes are ripped apart, my flesh is as well. But it must still be working as a shield as it desperately blocks the blows coming at my neck, forehead, and heart. Force of will is not there. My body reacts to Ryder's blow purely from not wanting to die. I'm already out of breath. I'm only running because I'm being hurried by the presence of death in front of me. I'll just run out of strength, get caught, and die. That's why she told me. She told me not to fight against servants, and that I would be no match for them. Even though I listened to her, why? What am I doing now? I have to catch Shinji quickly and have him remove the boundary field, so what am I doing? What are you doing, Ryder? That's enough! Just kill him now. He won't be able to do anything anyway. Shinji's voice is filled with triumph. Nodding, Ryder swings her dagger in a large arc. A blow directed at my head. I cannot dodge it. All I can do is stop it from hitting a fatal point. The dagger stabs me in my shoulder, right below my collarbone. A loud metallic sound and the cluck of a tongue. Huh? What is this? The end of Ryder's dagger is breaking apart. This is surprising. I cannot kill him with my dagger. Ryder stops. In the instant that I consider how to make use of that opening. Then die falling. I feel an impact like being hit with a sledgehammer and I'm knocked out of the window. I only took a roundhouse kick to the stomach, but that blows my body away and I'm thrown out of the window. It's the third floor. I should die from loss of blood even without anything, so falling from this height should finish me off. No, I should have died the moment I received the blow that flung me a few dozen meters. I reach out. Maybe I'm not falling yet, or it's just an illusion. My body is still in the air. I reach out my arm, as if to cling to something. The sky is red. The school building is throbbing as if it's the stomach of a living thing. Am I going to die overlooking something like this? Like this? Like this? Like this? Like this? Am I going to die selfishly, unable to save anybody? Why? I grit my teeth in vain. I cannot beat her. I cannot even be a match. I knew that, but I made a mistake. I don't care about the pain in my body. I'm just going insane from the anger. This is the result of saying I can handle things myself and saying I won't let Saber fight. I was the stupid one. I can't save anyone by myself. If I really wanted to end this war, there was just one thing to do from the beginning. He said it. If I'm to not fight anybody, not to kill anybody, or not letting anyone kill, think that if I realized I was wrong, I should decide what to correct and what to punish. And so, on my arm, reaching out as if to grab the heavens, is the command spell waiting for my order. Well, you know what? I don't even think I should have to save here. It's pretty obvious what we should do. We should probably go ahead and summon Saber. I'm not sure what option 2 means. If I can get Saber to help me. I don't know what happens if we choose that, and I don't really want to know. I think we should... Let's just go ahead and summon Saber. Let's do that. Please come. I murmur as if praying. I don't care about my life, but only to stop the cause of this. No, I order you to come. Saber! With all my might, I call out from my sword. A command spell disappears, and at the same moment, a winding occurs in space. It must have been sorcery, because Saber in her silver armor shoots forth from it, as if breaking through the ripple in space. I fall to the ground on my back. My breath stops. My organs will explode from the impact. A few of my ribs must have been broken or at least cracked. But still, my body did not break apart, and my bloody arms are still attached. Shiro. Saber runs toward me. Forcing my numb arms and legs, I manage to stand up and show her I'm alright. I don't have time to explain. You know the situation, right, Saber? Hold on, Shiro. I understand, but first your body needs to... Please go get Ryder. Only you can beat her. No, your treatment comes first. You will die like this. That's wrong. There's something that needs to be done before that. Forget about me, as we have to beat Shinji and Ryder as quickly as possible. Nothing takes priority over that. But that's... Saber is stubbornly worried about my body. I would be lying if I said I wasn't happy about it. But we don't have time to argue. If Saber doesn't want to, I'll just have to use my second command spell. My determination must have got through to her. Saber accepts my decision. I understand. Please give me an order, Master. Defeat Ryder. I'll go get Shinji. Or I'll get Shinji, whatever. There's no hesitation in Saber now. She nods silently and runs into the school building like the wind. I run up the stairs. Ryder and Shinji are on the 3rd floor. I can tell from the command spell's reaction that Shinji is still on the 3rd floor. The instant I get to the 3rd floor, sparks fly out. Ryder? I couldn't see it, but Saber must have seen Ryder attacking from above and deflected her attack. Shiro, I will defeat Ryder here. Please take care of Ryder's master. She doesn't need to tell me. Saber won't be beaten by Ryder. That's something I'm sure of from fighting Ryder and knowing even a little about her power. Saber's power vastly exceeds that of Ryder. I'll leave it to you, but don't go too far. It'll all end if I stop Shinji. I pass Saber and run. Ryder's dagger instantly comes to kill me, then Saber attacks to deflect it along with Ryder. I run through the hallway. In front of me is Shinji, completely flustered. I guess I'm at a disadvantage barehanded. A long object that can serve as a weapon, like the mop in this locker. Trace on. I pass my magical energy through it as I run. Perhaps I don't have any other thoughts, or I don't have the enough energy to do anything else. But I strengthen the plastic mop as naturally as breathing. The shadows move. Even though I'm hurt so badly, I don't feel any sluggishness in my body. And on top of that, I have a weapon now. A fucking mop. So, I don't even need to dodge them now. I smack away all the shadows attacking me using the mop. The mop breaks, but that's to be expected from a weapon so hurriedly constructed. And besides, there's no need for anything like that when I'm this close. Shinji! I punch him straight on. My slashed arm hurts so much that it almost knocks me unconscious. I punch Shinji in the stomach and drive him against the wall. Get you! Shinji reaches out to fling my arms off. I kick his arms away without hesitation. Even I can't control myself. I take the arm that I kicked and ram it against the wall and break it. I can't hear Shinji scream too clearly. Crap. I'll faint if I let my guard down. I have to hurry while my body can still move. I grab Shinji's hair and push him against the wall. Scream later. Stop the boundary field right now, Shinji. Who are you kidding? Who would listen to your... I take my other arm and grab his throat. Drips. The blood soaked into my clothes stains Shinji's body. Then I'll just kill you before the boundary field. I don't care which it is. Make up your mind quickly. I put power into the hand grabbing his throat. It must be because of the magical energy flowing through his body. I feel like I'd be able to break his neck. You're lying. You wouldn't be able to do that. And I haven't killed anyone yet. I just had everyone share their life with... Okay. Bye, Shinji. I tighten my grip. There's no hesitation. Just a little sympathy. It's because Shinji wasn't taught the basic rules of magi that there's no problem with killing other magi. Hold on. Alright, I lose. I'll stop the boundary field right now. I loosen my grip on his throat. Damn it. Hey, Ryder, stop your blood fort. Your master's life is in danger. Shinji screamed to Ryder in the distance. There's no response from Ryder. But Saber takes a step back from Ryder with those words. Ryder lowers her dagger and moves her lips slightly. This is okay, right? I guess this boundary field is special, so it seems it's hard to reconstruct a boundary field somewhere she's already constructed one. I won't make another boundary field here, so let go. Who would do that? Since I won, I'll have you obey me. Shinji, get rid of your command spells, then we'll never have to fight again. What? Don't be ridiculous. How can I do something like that? I won't be able to control Ryder if I lose my command spell. If that happens, I'll... You won't be a master anymore, right? So you can just go to the church in Shinto. It seems it's a place that shelters masters who have dropped out of the battles. Or what? Were you lying when you said you constructed this boundary field to protect yourself, and you actually constructed this to beat the other masters?
別にそんなこと言ってないだろう。僕はただ
I didn't say that. I just thought if I became a master and worked with a servant, you thought he'd be able to be a magus? But what would be the point even if he became one?
ここまでだシンジ。レジを捨てないのが俺が剥ぎ取る。
This is it, Shinji. If you won't get rid of your command spell, I'll have that arm cut off. I hear you'll lose your right to be a master if that happens. Huh? Cut off my arm? Shinji questions like it's a real mystery. He's not faking it. It seems he really doesn't understand what I'm saying. Well, it's... Shiro, get away. Saber's voice. Maybe it's the result of training at the dojo, but my body reacts to Saber's voice before my brain. I let go of Shinji and jump back. And at the same time, Ryder's dagger is swung through the space I used to occupy. Ryder! Please stay back, Master. We shall retreat from here. Please stay back, Shiro. Ryder intends to release all the magical energy she was using to maintain the boundary field. Release her magical energy? Looking at Ryder, she certainly seems strange. Like the way she appeared here instantly when she was confronting Saber, and the chill she's releasing. Her pressure is much stronger now. Shinji's face. Ryder, what are you thinking? Don't do selfish things when you can't even beat Emiya's servant. Yes, I certainly cannot match Saber. But please rest assured, my noble phantasm exceeds those of other servants. No matter what the opponent is, they will not be able to stop my charge. Ryder raises her dagger. What? Everyone here lets out a voice of surprise. For some reason, Ryder takes her dagger to her neck and... Oh, shit! Slashes it in one breath. Fresh blood splatters around. Blood gushes out from the neck of the black-garbed Ryder. What are you? Even her master, Shinji, is surprised at her actions. Even if servants are beyond human, that wound is fatal. Ryder will lose large amounts of blood and then will just disappear. But that's just a needless worry for people who know nothing. What's going on, man? The splattered blood stops in the air and slowly forms a circle. It's a magic circle drawn in blood. A pattern I've never seen before. A creature-like figure that looks creepy. Looks like a spider. A big lump of magical energy created by Ryder. The boundary field Ryder was supporting until now seems small compared to this. What? My body's being pushed back. The huge amount of magical energy must be leaking. My body is pushed back as if blown by a strong wind. Shiro, please get away. Ryder is about to use her noble phantasm. You will be in the way if you stand there. Saying so, Saber pulls my body away by force. Protecting me, Saber confronts Ryder's magic circle. Are you planning to run? If you involve your master in this as well, I will just defeat you here. I will not let you use that noble phantasm. Of course not. It is the role of a servant to protect its master. I'm just going to run, taking my master with me. If you do not like that, come after us, Saber. Well, that is if you still have the will to fight after seeing this. I hear a throbbing. With a sound like flesh wrenching open, Ryder's hair whirls up and... Is that an eyeball? What the fuck is going on? Did an eyeball just fly out at us? Shiro, please get down. Dragged by Saber, I fall to the ground. A loud sound and a flash. I close my eyes at the raging wind. But even with my eyes closed, I'm forced to feel it. Something white passes by. I feel like something is blazing through the hallway with great speed, like a giant arrow of light. Now who's paying for this? When I raise my head, the scene in front of me is the remains of cruel destruction. Shinji and Ryder have disappeared. The light just now wasn't aimed at us, but it was probably just to escape from here. My wounds hurt. The firing hammer that was pulled inside me is released. The heat flowing through me quickly fades away. Shiro. I can't hear Saber's questions anymore. In that manner, my consciousness falls into white darkness.